Hey everyone, Strokes here again. This week we will be playing with Qi'ra with an ECL build. This is really just similar to Krennic green builds, which are also semi-similar to Iden green builds, if you're familiar from those with Spark. Not a whole lot of new cards. We are running Pike Sentinel down in the 2-drop. Qi'ra's action is pretty good with Sentinel units because you can pay 1 resource and exhaust her to deal 2 damage to a friendly unit and give a shield to it. So shielded Sentinels, if you did not know, are pretty good. They're really annoying for aggro to have to kind of run things into them. Even way back when, a few months before release, on Force Table, I was playing a lot of Vader Blue, where you'd use Security Complex and even Moment of Peace to try and plop shields on Sentinels. I was doing some playtesting with that, so it can work out pretty similar to that. We've also got, let's see, other than that, we've got the client who can put a bounty on something, and for that phase, you can heal if you can claim it. Worth noting, especially because it's a new card, that bounty is not permanent. You've got to defeat it the phase that you put that on there, so it's important to do that. Other than that, we do have Vigilance, so we feel okay going into a mill mirror. Over here on the sideboard, I just kind of put some generic stuff like leftovers from last meta call, stuff like Devotion, which are pretty good into aggro builds, but I think you could make the argument that you may need some sparks in there for discard, or you may need some restocks in there to be able to cycle your deck along with the Vigilance. So we'll see how that goes. We might change it out for that kind of a card. We're on 3 Gideon Hass, no Steadfast Battalions. I waffle back and forth, sometimes 2 Gideons and 2 Steadfast. Right now we're just running the 3 Gideons, going full tilt into the villainy thing, kind of ignoring the Steadfast just because we've got barrages to kind of deal with that, plus takedowns deal with Sabine also. I don't think we need to be teching that hard against Sabine specifically, so we're just on 5 Gideons, 3 Overwhelming Barrage for the Qi'ra flip turn. When you flip Qi'ra over, she does half of each unit's health in damage to it, so she pairs pretty well with Grit units, and then you're aiming to play an Overwhelming Barrage either on her or something else. Hopefully a Gideon Hask is out, and then you can take out a whole lot of units at once and kind of completely swing the game at that point. We're running 2 Rivals Falls over Vanquish just because it also hits leaders and only costs 1 more. We're on 3 main deck Vaders, 2 Super Laser Blasts, 2 Supreme Snoke. So Snoke is a good, a new card, very good. He gives each enemy unit -2/-2, so it runs really well into 7th Fleets and some of those annoying smaller kind of shielded units. We've also got 2 Avengers and 1 Relentless to close out the game. Our side deck makes use of 2 more Relentless for the control mirror. Other than that, we do have Palpatine's Return, which is also for a control mirror because it allows us to bring back our Force units and plop them straight onto the battlefield. Other than that, we will get into game number 1. Alright, we are going into our first match here against T-Splitter, Han ECL build. So we'll see what it's like. Since the meta is kind of new, sometimes you see different stuff, although I am expecting top-end Wrecker, top-end Poe, and K2SO. Just depends on if they're on the discard package or not. Might want to be really careful with our removal suite here, because if we can kind of keep stuff off, because Han's ability requires that he damage the unit by 2, so this Death Trooper might actually end up being a whole lot better than it usually is, because, and it's good anyway, but that we can use its ability to kill more stuff. So let's see, we don't have our ramp though, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have a lot of playables, so we won't mulligan here. ECLing the Super Laser Tech also into stuff that Han might be dropping early is also pretty nice. Gideon Hask doesn't kill Han, so he's not as great as he is against Sabine, so I think we'll do that, and we'll resource one of those Rivals Fall. If they're on Crate Dragon or something, I mean, it might be a bit annoying, but we're just going to try and keep their board clear either way. Maybe we could power them or something. We can claim here and immediately kill that with the Death Trooper, or we can play the Pike And then Qi'ra's ability puts a shield on it, but we'd need to be up to 3 to do that. So I think I'm just going to claim here, and we'll lead with the Death Trooper unless we draw into a Super Laser Tech, which we did, in which case we may just lead with that. I think we will to get us up to 5. We will want to like draw into a barrage or something though. Qi'ra, what you really want to do is on her flip turn, barrage and kind of kill everything. So we'll ECL this Super Laser Tech, but they'll still get their turn. So it's probably, I'm expecting like a K2SO here. We got a Sundari Peacekeeper. They just played that without Han's ability. Has Restore 2 Raid, so that can be pretty, you know, hard to deal with. Like if we can't get rid of that, they like Restore 2 on a body that size is like, can be pretty difficult. We can just straight drop Gideon Hask here himself and see what they do, even though we're not like ECLing him. What else can we do? We can power and pike, which might set us up alright for the next turn. They'll be up to 4, so they could play a Poe, which would be the really annoying thing. And they're on ECL too, so you like get him out. So try, like, what should we put there? We could lead with a pike, but they'll kill the pike with the Peacekeeper potentially before we can like put a shield on it. But I guess if they do that, we can just Death Trooper it and keep their forces like down a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that just to keep their numbers off, because we really want to remove as much as we can for Power of the Dark Side. So here they put a bounty on us for ramp. But what we're going to do is we're going to shield this pike, because that'll keep them off for now, unless they ECL something into it, which they might not actually want to be doing. Okay, we've got another pike. We'll resource that Star Viper. We're not, like, our base doesn't even have any damage on it yet, so we're almost up into Vader territory. I think we're going to do the same pike play. We'll see if they just run into that one, which is like fine. If they do, we'll Death Trooper here, just because, and we'll put it on that one, I guess. Although, maybe I shouldn't have, so that we could have put a shield on it. So it was a bit of a misplay on our end. I was just, with Krennic, you always want to be putting the damage on the Death Trooper, because of the power bonus that he gets, but outside of that you don't always have to do that. So now that I'm not playing Krennic, I was just trying to think outside the box. We'll see what they do. It looks like they ambushed Poe. We're just gonna claim here. I don't know if that was the best really than just straight playing Poe, because our Vader into Poe will kill him, and our Vader will still stick around. And this takedown is very good against Han, because like we just like take down Poe. Let's resource this Pike Sentinel. We're gonna lead with Vader into Poe. We gotta see what they want to discard. I think it is pretty beneficial, I mean, like to us, like on our end, that we do not have any base damage yet. Vader, he can pull pikes. There's no cell block guards, and there's no, I don't think there's any of those dark troopers. but those are potentially worth running too. Okay, we got the client and we got Inferno 4, so maybe we'll grab Inferno 4 to try and dig. We really want to hit like Snoke or something, because we're going up to our 8 resource turn, which is kind of why I'm digging instead of doing something else. So we're going to hit Poe there. Super Laser Blast is not that great at this point in time. It really depends on what their top end is. If they if they U-wing this turn, we will really be sad if we do not take this Super Laser Blast. So we're going to leave the Super Laser Blast on the top. This Vigilance is actually okay too, to be honest, because we can like shield and start to like mill them potentially. Really kind of depends on what they do this turn. Okay, they've got a Reinforcement Walker. That is the kind of thing that we may want to potentially Super Laser Blast over if they start dropping like a bunch of top end stuff like that. But let's see here. We'll just claim. So now it's whether like it'll be telling to if they're going to run Han into our Vader or if they're just going to start attacking our base. Okay. Let's see. We can go up to 9 for like our Avengers. I really think we need to kind of focus on controlling the board here at this point in time. So I'm kind of tempted to power them. But that leaves us off of our Vigilance for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll power them. Just because we can't really like leave that out. Like if they start drawing, we're gonna lose that game. Card draw against us. We really don't want them to be doing that. We can still take down, but that is about it. They played a Marauder, so I think we will actually probably have to take down here. We don't really need that. Don't really need that. Although we can get it with a Vigilance if we go first, so I think we're going to claim. We'll see if Han, like if they drop a K2. Okay, they do. So here, we probably are just going to Super Laser Blast right away and keep our power to get rid of like whatever else they're on. We'll see if they choose discard or not. It might be worth it against us like now that we're at 3. Okay. We're going to discard one of these Vigilances. We're going to keep that power because if they drop something like really big here, we're going to need to, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's why. That is exactly why we kept power. Okay. We're going to have to keep going. If they drop another one, we're going to be really not in a good position. We can mill them. I mean, we still don't even have any damage on our base, so like there's really no point unless we like put out Qi'ra and stick like a shield on her or something, but like what can we do? Like we can Qi'ra, get rid of Bright Hope, and mill them with the Vigilance. I'm honestly thinking of doing that. I don't know if that's like the best play, but might as well do that. Okay, modded cohort, and well, okay, well, we'll defeat. Oop. We need to defeat and mill. Alright, so defeat that, and then mill them once. What do we get? Bright Hope, that, and that. Not what we wanted to see. We really wanted to get another Crate Dragon, but maybe they're only on one. They're going to ramp with Spark, so now they're ahead of us, actually. Okay, we're going to have to keep these. We're only drawn into our removal right now. We'd really like Avenger or something to finish off the game, but we're gonna have to pass because we gotta react to what they do. Got a Poe. Rivals Fall. I mean, Rivals Fall is still like fine into like a crate. We're paying like, we're basically like paying 6 to get rid of like a 5. But we can't like leave Poe around either. So I'm just gonna Rivals Fall him. A Wrecker, that's fine. We'll power the Wrecker. Still not exactly what we need, but that's okay. We got a Bright Help Out. I mean, we can put our Pursuer down here. We can put a shield on it. We got another Wrecker. I mean, I assume they will because it like doesn't benefit them not to use his ability. Yeah. Okay, so we'll claim here. Because if they don't do that, then we're going to get them that way. Okay, so this is alright. Let's see though. Is there a way? I mean, like we can barrage with the Avenger next. So I guess we'll pass. This kind of depends on like what they can pull here. Still 0 on our base though. So we're gonna lead with the Avenger. They don't have like a lot of great ways for removal in red, white, and green. Really, it's not like they can just like deal damage. So if we can like stick our Avenger, they're really needing that recruit to pull some stuff that they can like drop. Because if they can't, we're definitely going to kill that Wrecker. But since we have Barrage, we can kill like 10. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to use the Barrage on the Crate Dragon. To kill it, because we can't leave that around. Have to accept that 5 damage, but hopefully we can, if they want to keep that Wrecker out, they're going to have to play a unit right now. But we can also, like, make an opening on that. Because we really want to leave them with, like, an empty board. Okay, they've got another one. Sure. We'll claim the initiative there. I mean, they can put us up to 21, but if they can't like drop another unit, our first attack with Avenger will kill their Wrecker. Okay. That super laser tech, I guess. Again, we can make an opening this Fang Fighter. Just trying to keep it. Okay. Let's see. I think we're just gonna end up using takedown on K2SO. See if they make us discard. It would be tempting for me if I was in their position because we only got 1 card, but they're not going to do that. So they have an empty board. And we have 3 health. So, I mean, like, if they've got like Daring Raid, they could get us to 22. Okay, and then we can't really do that, so we'll pass there. They need to, I mean, yeah, even if they drew like 2 Daring Raids here, I think they would lose, so. Yeah, because they need to deal 3 damage to us with 1 action. So, trying to think of ways they can do that in this color combination. I guess, yeah, like for a cause or something. I think they conceded. Did we win? We won? Stropes won? Stropes wins. We got it. Okay. I was just making sure. I was trying to think. I mean, there's cards. I think like for a cause, we'll GG them. 4 Cause would have done it. There's that one that deals damage based on number of cards in hand, but we've only got 2, so that would only put us to 24. They would need to 4 Cause, and they'd have to get a bunch of hits. And I'm assuming because of the amount of like non-heroic cards in this deck, they are not on 4 Cause, because they've got Crate Dragon, they've got Recruit, they've got Disabling Fang, they've got Reckless Gunslinger, so they're like way out of being able to like consistently hit with 4 Cause anyway. So I don't think that, yeah, wouldn't really be in their deck because they don't have like enough hits for it. So we got it finally in the end after all that. That is game number 1. I think that'll probably be it for today. I'll try play this next few days. We'll see. I really like this deck, the way that it works, the way that it's able to kind of like push stuff. Well, it's still just kind of like a variation on the deck that came before it. It's just kind of like a fun way, like a new way to play out those games. So, but I think that'll be it for today. If you like the content, you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.